Hey guys, clawsnapper here with the first of what I hope to be many Slayer guides, and today I'm making the guide on blue dragons, and I go to Summona as my Slayer master just because I like her tasks and it's pretty good reward points for not that challenging of tasks. Now blue dragons is personally one of my favorite Slayer tasks to do because not only is it great experience, it doesn't take very long and you can make a lot of money doing it. This is the map on how to get to the Blue Dragons from the Castle Wars Bank, and this is the fastest route. I would say it's also the most convenient, as you just have to keep a ring of dueling with you, and it's just an easy bank teleport. And your path is highlighted in orange, and about halfway through your trip, you could see the rest spot just to restore your energy. That's pretty useful. And then you have the obelisk right next to Castle Wars. To be very successful at making a lot of money on this method and saving time, because you get more money per trip, you would use summoning creatures, such as a war tortoise or a terror bird. I'll explain that later on also. And that's just useful to restore those points. Overall, it only takes about a minute to run from Castle Wars to the dungeon, so it's really all not that far. Alright, so now that you know how to get to the Blue Dragons, I'm going to show you what you need to bring and what you should wear. Now, I just have on the armor that gives the best strength bonus in the game, besides the anti-dragon shield. You definitely need an anti-dragon shield or a dragon fire shield. Some people try to argue anti-fire potions are good by themselves, and then you can have like your Falador Shield 3 or Rune Defender for more strength bonuses. But I would just go with the anti-dragon shield. It's cheap, it gets the job done, or you can use a dragon fire shield if you have that extra money laying around. That's also good too. Other things I have include Bandos chestplate, Bandos tassets, dragon boots, my berserker ring, Barrow's gloves. You get those from Recipe for Disaster. My whip and a skill cape. That's just extra defensive bonuses. I also have my Fury and a Slayer helmet. If you're not doing these as part of your Slayer tasks and just for the money, which I recommend by the way, this is a great money making method, then a Helmet of Neat's Knot works too for this, unless you're going to be ranging or maging them, but I'll go over that later also. Now, I've already done a few runs by my inventory. You can see I have some charms collected, but just the only things you really need to bring is some food here. I have my War Tortoise, 67 summoning, unless you have anything between 52 and 67 and you want to use your Spirit Terror Bird. They're pretty good too. I have a Dragon Battle Axe, which I then use a Restore Potion after. It's like using a Super Strength potion. It's just a lot cheaper. I have a Dueling Ring. This is necessary to teleport you right here to the Castle Wars Bank, which you will then run back to the dungeon. It's pretty quick. And that's pretty much all you need to bring. Alright, so now I'm outside of the cave where you need to fight the dragons. And before you go in, you sometimes get a warning message. I took it off, and you just say, I'm not scared, or whatever it is. So you start out, there's a few dragons in this cave, and it's generally uncrowded, but I saw a few people run in before me, so just some of the methods of fighting, you're going to see this guy right here, he's safing them. If you're not a high level, this is actually a good method. You don't need much food, and it's pretty good anyway, but if you're going to be doing this for a long time, oh, there's another guy here too. He's also safing them. So a lot of people decide to safe these since they don't need much food and you still make a good amount of money, but I'm just going to be attacking them. Normally, I would have already used my Dragon Battle Axe, but I'm not going to use it just yet, so now that you killed one, the most of the money you're going to make from here is from the dragon hide and the dragon bones. As you can see, the current prices, you make about 8.3k per kill, and that's actually really good because if you have to kill like 170 of them, that comes over to like over 1 mil. it's just like a really good method. And normally, if this guy wasn't down here, I would go attack that dragon. It's just quicker, but he's here, so just stick with this one. And then once I pretty much get a full inventory, which isn't that much, it's a few more kills, I'll summon my war tortoise and start making him store the stuff. That way I can stay here longer. And to determine how much food you need, I started out, I brought like as many monkfish as I can hold in my inventory and just use my war tortoise to start storing them. And I realized I only needed like 7 or 6 monkfish every trip, so it really wasn't that many. You just have to go a few times and you figure out how many you need. It's pretty easy. So eventually I'll just end up summoning that. Then you just have to store, whether you're using a terror bird or a tortoise. A tortoise can hold 18 slots, a terror bird can hold 12. So it's just useful because it's more kills per trip. And when you bank, all you have to do is click the deposit beast of bird in and you come back. And normally it only takes me about 10 minutes to kill enough dragons to fill up my inventory with the loot. So I could use this war tortoise for multiple trips, and when I see that it's like 8 minutes until it's gonna die, I just dismiss it and summon a new one, recharge my points next to Castle Wars. Like I said, this is a really good money making method. It's quick, it's easy, it's also good Slayer experience, or if you want to range, it's good range experience. Sometimes these guys, like I said, also drop food. I don't know why, but that's pretty much it for this guide. After this, you're going to teleport to Castle Wars once you have a full inventory and your war tortoise is full. I'm just going to. Then you would just run over to the bank real quick right here. Now, if I normally had a full inventory of all the bones and everything, I would have eaten all my monkfish, so I would just grab 7 more, and my war tortoise, I'm pretty sure, still has a lot of time left on it. Yeah, 36 minutes, so you wouldn't need another one of those, and just run back and do another thing again. And, I mean, I started with 170 dragons to kill, as you could tell. I still have about another 60 to go, but when I finish this task, I'll make about 1.2 mil off the drops, and it only takes about an hour and a half to do those 170 dragons. I mean, that's really good money if you ask me. Otherwise, if you want to do the task just and get it done real quickly, you can just bring sharks or a full inventory of monkfish and don't even worry about the drops. But some people also like to bury the dragon bones as they get them. I wouldn't do that. I mean, the prayer experience is okay, but you might as well make the money now, and if you're gonna get prayer levels later, why not do it at a gilded altar? So, anyway, thank you for watching my guide on blue dragons, and come again.